Everybody, welcome to our Red Tara meditation and contemplation group. I hope everybody's doing well tonight. We are on page 166 of the book Change of Heart, and this is a session on questions and answers about mind and meditation. So the next question is, I don't understand how not to lapse into dualism when I observe something happening. Rinpoche answers, a grandmother watching children play doesn't get caught up in their drama the way the children do. She doesn't grasp at or reject it. To her, it is simply play. We, on the other hand, invest appearances with a reality they don't have and get totally lost in them. However, with proper training, it is possible to neither become involved in a situation at the same time not rejecting it, but simply recognizing it as play. We can simply allow it to arise and subside. Even as it occurs, it ceases, and so doesn't require our involvement or rejection. Non-dual awareness of the true nature of mind and phenomena is called view in Buddhism. Effortless meditation involves neither grasping at nor rejecting appearances, but simply remaining in that relaxed space of mind, allowing them to naturally resolve. The Buddhist tradition offers extremely profound teachings on this subject, but in essence, the practice comes down to this. It's not so difficult to understand these words conceptually, but it's not easy to put into practice because something always seduces us. Before we know it, we have lost the state of utter relaxation, and our ordinary mind has slipped into involvement or rejection. Effortless meditation is difficult. It requires mature spiritual practice, which we develop through effortful meditation. This ripens the mind so that it can perceive what is otherwise imperceptible. I am in my 60s, and although I use the same method, each year my meditation changes. It continues to deepen, to become more subtle, clear, and profound. So the same person continues the question. So could you sum it up by saying that our thoughts and emotions are impermanent, but the nature of mind is permanent? Rinpoche responds, there are two aspects of mind. Mind as it is, and mind as it acts or functions. The functioning aspect of the mind includes thought, which arises like a rainbow from a crystal. Concepts come and go, products of certain conditions, just like a rainbow. If you take the crystal away, there can be no rainbow. The nature of mind is the basis of all appearance, yet that nature itself is unchanging. In one way, you could say that thoughts are impermanent, susceptible to outer conditions. On the other hand, they are empty, ultimately beyond concepts of permanence and impermanence. Question. So is it better to meditate with our eyes open or closed? I've tried to meditate with my eyes open, but it's difficult. Can't I just close them and begin meditation at first? Rinpoche answers, it's better to keep your eyes open. Phenomena are not the obstacle. Grasping at them is. Grandparents don't have to close their eyes to feel calm as their grandchildren play. In meditation, we leave our senses open and equally balanced. Rather than accentuating vision, hearing, or feeling, we maintain an all-encompassing perception. Balance and openness are closer to non-dual awareness. That awareness isn't dark, closed, or restricted. We don't need to shut anything out. It's very interesting, this question. Are thoughts and emotions impermanent, but the nature of mind is permanent? Because in some levels of Buddhist teaching, they will acknowledge that Buddha nature exists, or emptiness exists, or the nature of mind exists. But as we go further and further into the practice, we start to realize that any ideas of existing or non-existing were still in the dualistic mind. But because Buddha recognizes that dualistic mind is all that we've ever known for as long as we can remember in all of our lifetimes, we need something that feels solid, that we can kind of grab onto as our goal. Oh, there is a part of me that truly does exist. There is a nature of mind that truly exists, a Buddha nature. But it's okay to think that for the time being. It's the skillful means of the Buddha. Because otherwise our mind falls into nihilism or nihilism. Oh, then nothing exists. There's nothing. I don't exist. But that's completely dualistic as well. So the Buddha and their skillful means, they have to teach us on the relative level. We have to use the relative level to eventually wake up to the ultimate level. And it's impossible to speak of the ultimate level without using the relative level. So let's turn to our Tara practice. The part of the Tara practice where we visualize and we make offerings and we recite mantra can be understood as effortful practice. At the end, when we dissolve everything with the syllables ah, at that moment when we are resting the mind in open awareness, that part of the practice is considered effortless practice.